it's Dr. Potter here, and today I am going to talk to you about 5 simple ways to boost progesterone naturally. So, have you ever been told that birth control pills will solve your period problems, but they make you gain weight and have all these mood swings? Are you trying to get pregnant and you've been told that your only answer is a medication like Clomid? Are you tired of having awful period cramps and huge PMS? Are you tired of telling your doctor how you're feeling and not feeling like you're getting validated? You are not alone. I know what it's like to have issues with hormones and cycles. When I was in naturopathic medical school, I had terrible period cramps. I mean, awful. And I would throw up all the time with my periods. And I had such terrible period cramps that I actually threw up in the middle of a pharmacy. It's a true story. One period, it was just really awful. And I was living by myself. I was in the city. And so there was a drugstore just like 3 blocks away. And I got up my stamina and I said, I can do this. So I walked 3 blocks to the drugstore. And by the time I was inside, I was right in front of the My Doll and I threw up in the middle of that aisle. It was totally embarrassing. But it also was the stimulus that made me look into hormones and understand natural hormone balance. And since then, now my periods, they are super regular. I have very little PMS and no cramps. I've also worked with countless women to help them balance their own hormones so that their period problems go away and their fertility is boosted. So, the reason that I am so passionate about talking about natural hormone balance is because there are so many answers that are not frequently given. Now, the typical approach to boosting progesterone is twofold. So first, if someone's trying to boost their progesterone in order to become pregnant, they're typically told that they have to take fertility drugs in order to conceive. Now, the shortfall of that is that it doesn't solve the underlying issue that's going on. The more you can do to support your own natural hormone production and just boosting your body's own health and vitality on the fertility journey gives you a better chance of conceiving naturally. Or sometimes fertility medications really are needed and they are a great way to become pregnant. But making sure that you're doing that hormone balance before trying the medication will give your body the chance and have a higher chance of conceiving. So if someone then is trying to boost progesterone in order to balance periods, right, having issues with period cramps and PMS, irregular cycles, the typical treatment is birth control pills. Now, the shortfall of birth control pills is that all it does is cover up the problem. Birth control pills actually tank your body's own hormone production. They don't balance hormones, they actually stop your own natural hormones from working. Now, of course, that's what you want if you are using it for birth control. But if you're wanting to get relief from PMS and period cramps and regular cycles, yes, the birth control is going to give that to you, but it's covering up the issue. Birth control pills also come with side effects like weight gain and mood issues. Is that something that you're looking for? The bleeding that happens on birth control pills, well, that's just a withdrawal bleed. It's not an actual period. And so birth controls just cover up what's going on. They actually lead to more hormone imbalance because what happens is if you are on the pill for or any sort of hormonal birth control for a few years or many years, and then you get off it, maybe you're wanting to become pregnant or going into menopause, so you don't need birth control anymore. Well, your hormones could just be totally wild and crazy once you get off that birth control pill. So it ends up being really difficult to get pregnant. Or you start going through menopause and you have huge issues like the hot flashes and the mood swings. And it just makes it really hard. So, if we actually focused on balancing your body and bringing your hormones into a natural rhythm themselves, you would boost progesterone, but you would also get all these other great side effects like more energy, balanced periods, reduced cramps, lower PMS, more fertility, and you would be prepared for hormonal shifts coming up like menopause. I mean, how amazing would that be to have that naturally in your body? Okay, so now we're ready to talk about 5 simple and natural ways to boost progesterone. So here they are. Number one is to reduce stress. Oh my gosh, yes. Our stress hormone that runs around our body when we're stressed, and how many of us have constant stress going on, that actually shuts down production of hormones like progesterone. So the more stress you have in the body, the more you're making your stress hormone and you're not making hormones like progesterone. Now, if you're saying, hey, Dr. Potter, gosh, how in the world am I supposed to reduce stress? I've got so much going on. I'm working, taking care of kids. I cook dinner and I run PTA meetings and all these things. Yes, I get it. You need to reach out to me because guess what? There are wonderfully simple ways to actually help your body adapt to the stress around you. Oftentimes, it's hard to change the stressors in our lives. We can't just all of a sudden change our schedules. But what we can do is to change how our body reacts to the stress that we are exposed to and reacts in a very simple way so that you can just let the stress slide right off your shoulders. How amazing is that? And in doing so, then you also boost your progesterone. All right, so number two is to eat cholesterol. Now, cholesterol is actually one of the building blocks to progesterone. And so, eating healthy fats in particular, like organic meats or butter, that is going to support your body's production of progesterone. Number three is to start living in a cyclical way or bringing on cyclical therapies into your life. Our bodies naturally cycle in this monthly rhythm, and they innately do this. They want to be doing this, even if you have irregular cycles. There are ways to help your body get back into this natural rhythm. And so, living cyclically throughout the month or doing a cyclical therapy can remind your body of the natural hormone production that it needs to have that regular cycle and to have enough progesterone. And so, one example of a cyclical therapy is seed cycling. And seed cycling is basically when you are eating different seeds at different times during the month. And I've got a bunch of seed cycling videos, so check those out after this. And so when you're doing something like seed cycling, that is helping to balance that estrogen in the first half of the cycle. Very often, people have estrogen dominance, which affects the progesterone. And then the seeds also help to boost progesterone production as well. And if you are excited to learn more about seed cycling or you are ready to get started and you need some guidance, then go ahead, download my free guide, the Ultimate Seed Cycling Starter Guide. Right at the end of this video, right below, you can find the link so then you can get all the answers and all the plan laid out for you for how to start seed cycling. Okay, so number four is to add vitamin B6 into your diet. It's a B vitamin. You can get it from a variety of sources. You can get it from food. You could get it from a supplement like a multivitamin. And this vitamin B6 is wonderful to help balance hormones, right? To reduce estrogen, because I was just mentioning how that estrogen dominance can be a common hormonal picture. And when we have estrogen dominance, then we have lower progesterone. And so that B6, it helps to lower the added progesterone that your body might have going through yourself. And here's the thing: why it's so common for people to have this estrogen dominance is because we're exposed to estrogens on a daily basis. Our water supply, our cosmetics, foods, all have what are called xenoestrogens, so synthetic estrogens. And then we get them in our body, and our bodies hold on to them because our bodies think that they are hormones that we should be using. And so we need to add on things to support our health to get rid of those excess estrogens in the body. So that B6 helps with that and then increases the progesterone. All right, and then number five is a beautiful herb called Vitex. You might also hear of it as chaste tree berry, and it's used so commonly to help with fertility and with period issues because it does help to boost that progesterone and it also helps to reduce testosterone. And it can be used in a cyclical therapy that you can doing like I was talking about seed cycling. You can also cycle herbs, you can cycle oils and all these things. So Vitex can be a really beautiful addition to one of those cyclical therapies, or you can just take it every day. Now, remember that there are reasons why you wouldn't want to be taking Vitex, so be sure to work with an herbalist or a naturopathic doctor like myself before starting anything new. All right, so if you are ready for a fresh approach with answers to your health and you are tired of being told that you just have to deal with your symptoms or the only answer is a medication that you just don't want to take, then it is time to reach out. Go ahead, sign up for a Vibrant Health Breakthrough session with me so you and I can talk on the phone about your specific situation and I can give you my recommendations on how to move forward to create this alive and vibrant, healthy lifestyle for yourself so you get the health answers that you have been so long looking for. So reach out through the link below, and I will see you next time for our next video. Bye.